Let's now go very quickly over the absolute fundamentals of Git. And this is by no means a complete overview of Git. All I want to do here is to get you started with Git as quick as possible so that we can then deploy our project to Heroku. And as I mentioned in the last video, I will start using Git in the command line now, alright? And actually I'm using the terminal right here in VS Code again. So let's now quit the current process here, okay? And now here in our local project folder, create a new repository. And we do that by writing git init, okay? Hit enter, and that's it. So we just initialized an empty Git repository, or we can also call it just a repo. So that's a bit easier to say. So again, in order to create a new repository or repo for your project, you need to navigate to that project folder, which here in VS Code happens kind of automatically. So we're automatically right here in the home folder, and then in there you write git init. And so that then spins up this new repository. And here in my command line, you can actually see this yellow part now here of the prompt, and probably on your terminal you won't have that, and it doesn't really matter. So all that means here is that right now we have a repository with a branch called master, okay? And a bit more about the master branch later. Anyway, before we now do anything else, let's create a special file called gitignore, and in there we will add all the files that we do not want to have in our repository. So that's kind of a configuration file, just like this prettier or ESLint configurations. So I can create a new one here. Yeah, but here. So dot gitignore, like this. All right. And VS Code actually once more already recognized this file and adds this nice symbol to it. And the first folder that we actually want to completely ignore is the node modules folder. So we write node modules. All right, give it a save. And then we also want to ignore the configuration file. So all the environment variables file. And so we can say all the .env files, okay? So the node modules folder we do really not want in our repository because that's simply not necessary. So for example, if we're gonna upload our repository to GitHub, we then don't want to upload all these like tens of thousands of files, because once we download the project from GitHub somewhere else, we can then easily get the node modules folder back by writing npm install, right? And so keep in mind that Git is all about sharing as well. Not just about saving your code with snapshots over time, but it's really also about all this collaboration. Now here in VS Code on this left side, we actually have this integration with Git. So if you click here, you will see all of the files that are marked as modified. Well, right now we don't see any here, so let's just reload. But they still don't show up here, and I think that's because we initially had too many files in the node modules, and so now VS Code is a bit confused with that. Let's check our problems. No, it doesn't have anything to do with that. All right. But anyway, that doesn't really matter, okay? What matters is that we can now actually also see all these modified files by writing git status. Like this, okay? And so here are now all the files and folders which are basically not yet committed to our repository. Okay, so Git is all about commits, and so let's now learn how we can commit files to the repository. And that's kind of a two-step process. First, we need to add the files to a so-called staging area, and only after they are in this area, we can then commit all the files that are there to a new commit. All right, so let's do that. So git add, and then if I want to add all the files, I can simply write dash and then a capital A. All right, so that's taking a bit of time now because there are so many files. And so now if I write git status again, let's see, now all of them are actually green. So here you can see all the tons of these files which are now going to be added to our git commit. Okay? Actually, I don't want these cache files in this cache folder, so let's quickly get rid of this folder. Okay, so I hope they are gone now actually, also from this. So let's hope they are gone from here as well now. And indeed, they are now deleted. So they are no longer here. But let's see if all the others are still here. Okay, so you see that these are not staged for commit, but all of these other files, they will now be committed to the repository. Now, probably it sounds a bit confusing to you why we first have to add these files to the staging area and only then they can be committed. And the quick reason for that is that you might want to add different files for different commits. Okay, so imagine you change 10 files but only want to commit 5 of them to a certain commit. And so by staging, you can do that. But we just want to keep it very simple here. And so we simply add all the files to the staging area and then commit all of them. And actually, let's do it again, because now I deleted all these files. So let's do git add all again. Okay, and so now we're ready to commit the files by writing git commit -m, and then we specify a commit message. And this message should really be descriptive of the changes that you did. Now, usually the first commit is called initial commit, and so let's do that here as well. So initial commit, hit return, and that's it. So with this commit, we saved all the modifications to the repository. And again, a commit is like a snapshot of all the code at a certain point in time. All right? And kind of the philosophy is to create one new commit each time that you do significant changes to your code base. And so the concept of commit is really the central point of Git. So everything revolves around committing, okay? And now let's just try to modify some file here. So we can close all of these. And let's now open up app.js here. All right. Close this a bit more. And here let's just say start express app. Give it a save. And you see right away in VS Code how we get this green line. And so that means that there was something new inserted at this point. You can then also click on it and see basically how it looked like before. And you can also right here move back in time. So revert the change. And the same thing when you delete something. So let's just delete this line of code. And so here you see that before, basically there was something. So again, you can click that and basically see what there was before. You can move back in time. And so let's do that in order to bring it back. Now let's quickly try to reload it here. But for some reason, the changed files do not appear here. So ideally, now app.js would be here in this list because that is the file that I just edited. Okay, but again, anyway, that's not really important. It should also show up here in this file tree with a different color as soon as I edited it. Okay, now if we say git status again, then you will see here modified app.js. Okay, so that's the only output that we have here. And you also see that the changed are not yet staged for commit. Okay, and so now again, let's add all of them. So git add and then all, or we could also just add this single file to the add. So app.js. All right, let's try git status again. And so now it is green. And so that means that the changes will be committed as soon as we do a new commit. So let's do that. Git commit -m for the message. Edit a comment. And that's it. So you see the message added a comment. One file has changed and there was one insertion. And so that's this line here. And so now that green bar that we had here is gone. And so that means that everything is now clean again. Now you also see that this master here, you also see it here, and that means that we are on the master branch. So branches are another very important concept in Git, but I will not really go into that at this point. For now, we will always just work in master branch. Great. So now you have a local repository with all your code committed to it. And so in the next video, let's actually push this branch onto a remote branch on GitHub. So basically host it on the GitHub account that we just created before. So I hope to see you there soon.